forgot that. Yeah, there's an orc now, an orc NPC.
Hello, nerds.
Hey,
Who are you calling a nerd?
Yeah.
Nerd.
Nerd.
Started calling my coworkers at the deli cheese bags.
Nice. Oh yeah.
I started swearing a lot now too. Everyone's been a bitch lately. I sent a coworker message because I was supposed to call her back in when we got our shipment, and I'm like, "Stuff's here, bitches." I have to think very hard if there's customers in the store when I do that.
That's hilarious.
It's spreading too. My boss is doing it now. This is not a good habit to have.
It's amazing.
All right.
Hilarious. What's the date today? April
It's the 5th.
5th.
are you getting the date down so you can inscribe it on our players' tombstones there, Josh?
Yeah, basically.
It is. Both my jobs are very focuses a lot on dates, upcoming dates, like upcoming Wednesdays and FOC order dates. And then at the deli, I'm always looking at there's dates on the meat. It's like when we open a meat, something for the deli case, it's like it's only good for X amount of days. So we got to put date tags on them, and I got to check expiry dates. And it just makes me feel old because I notice how fast time passes.
That's cool.
Hey,
Your own.
Hey, Carson.
Hey,
how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
you realize your own expiration date by looking at expiration dates.
Oh, there's times where it's like it'll be April and I'm putting stuff like Cervelet or like charcuterie packages on the shelf, and it's like they don't expire until like November 28th, and I'm like, hey, that's my birthday. God, that's a far ways away. And then November rolls around and it's like November 27th, and I'll find one on the shelf and I'm like, oh no. When was the last time? It was like April? April's been gone for months.
Good times.
Just more self-aware.
When you said you got everybody saying like, "What's up, bitches?" I thought you were talking about the comic book store.
Oh yeah, that is the comics book store.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's a nerd at the comic store, and we've evolved to bitches. And then the deli, everyone's cheese bags.
Nice. Okay.
What up, cheese bags? I saw it in a meme once, and it's now reality.
As most memes go. Is everybody rolled for initiative?
You're
Already did.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Bacon's feeling pretty quick today.
Marianne is not impressed.
I caught that typo, Blammerhoff. I was just about to poke fun at you, and then I saw you fix it, and I was like, "Oh."
I think you just kind of like blinked and your eyes cleared up. That wasn't actually it.
There was nothing there.
It's like a stigmatism.
Yeah, exactly. You had a little like one of those floaters in your eyes.
Listen here, I do the gaslighting.
That's right. You're the DM. You're the guest.
Yeah, that's right. It's like, so what drew you to playing Dungeons and Dragons? It's like, well, I really like inspiring trauma on other people. Yeah. Speaking of which, yeah, like at the last session, you guys basically, I messaged you and then I kind of hand waved it because you guys weren't there. So I started that session with you, Eowyn, and Blammerhoff rushing down a hallway after a goblin that was being dragged away by these large tentacles at the end of a roper creature, which is
Oh
basically
yeah,
just like a
that guy.
giant cone of teeth and meanness. And as you guys rush down that tunnel, I just basically had the tunnel cave in behind you, so you guys can start off in chaos, I guess. As you guys are running down this tunnel after this goblin is being dragged away towards this creature, which is basically, I'm gonna say probably like 7 or 8 feet high and like 3 to 4 feet wide, and it just takes up like the majority of the tunnel, and it is actually like on the floor, and then it starts to like crawl onto the side of the wall, and then it's like kind of making its way up to the roof as it's like crawling away and dragging this goblin after it, and its mouth is just opening up into like this maw of like jagged spears, and this goblin is just screaming as you guys are rushing after him with the ceilings caving in behind you. Blammerhoff, I guess, what are you doing first?
Jeez.
I'm just throwing you right into it, hey?
Yeah,
Just-
I do. Do I have any pebbles? I forgot.
I would say you probably got a fistful of pebbles, yep.
Although we gotta save our friend. How wise would it be to grab him?
Do you want to try to grab him?
I'm gonna try to grab him. I don't want him
Okay.
to get eaten.
Okay, so yeah, you just basically let's see.
I guess I roll.
I'll say yeah, make an athletics check.
Yeah. I was gonna say animal handling.
Animal handling. He's a goblin. I'm a goblin. Yeah, I'm not an animal. I'm a humanoid being. Yeah, nice. Let me pull up the old monster stat block.
Because I prefer to piss outside doesn't mean I'm cattle.
Nice. Okay, sweet. Yeah, okay. So you're gonna rush through and just kind of dive. I'm assuming you're just kind of like diving down to catch him and just pull him back towards you as best you can,
Yep.
kind of thing, or? Okay.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, so like as you're rushing through the tunnel and it's caving in behind you, there's like rocks kind of falling onto you and they're kind of bouncing off your shoulders and the back of your neck. And what do you want to do? Do you like what's your priority here? Do you want to try to protect yourself from the ceiling falling on you, or do you want to like secure like a good hold on this goblin? You can choose one of those two things basically right now.
Let me check my health.
And then as that's happening, Aowen, what are you doing at the same time that this is occurring?
I'm close enough to try to smash this thing.
You can, yeah. If you want to just basically just jump ahead of Blammerhoff and just make an attack kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay. Let's say you're doing that. As you just kind of like rush past this goblin and Blammerhoff, who are just like on the ground, kind of like trying to grab and link arms up against each other. That's a hit, by the way.
Okay, I'm going to. Let me just check to make sure I have enough slots here. I'm going to do a divine witchamajigger.
Would you mind?
Wait, I'm
Smite.
Yeah, a
Divine
smavine
smite.
dite.
That's
A
the one.
smavine dite. Yeah, is it spoonerism?
divine witchamajigger.
Yeah.
So an extra 3d8. Okay.
Okay. So it's gonna be 12 damage plus another 3d8 in radiant damage. Okay, so 19 damage total. Nice. Is there anything else you want to do? Like, is there anything you're yelling as you're running and doing this, or you're just kind of staying in?
Well,
space?
I'll be yelling the prerequisites. Die,
Die, mounted monster.
evil,
tentacle thing.
foul, evil creature, be gone from this plane.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Yes, and then I guess Blammerhoff. Back to that question. What were you wanting?
Yeah,
to
I'm
prioritize?
prioritizing the helping our buddy.
Okay, you can take 5 bludgeoning damage from the rocks as they kind of like fall
Okay.
down and like smash against your shoulders and whatnot. But I'll say that you're able to like basically dig your feet in and just kind of like lean back, and you've kind of like got like this goblin in almost like a trapeze pose as he's like lifting off the ground with his this tentacle thing just wrapping around both of his legs, and he's just like looking at you hopefully, and yeah, you kind of slide like a couple like a half a foot to a foot like further down the hallway as these rocks are like shifting around your legs, and but you're able to hold on to him for the moment, and this creature is just kind of staring down the hallway towards you, Blammerhoff, as it kind of, and then it looks back towards Eowyn, and it just lets out this growl and this like snarling hiss as two more of these tentacles, they just kind of like whip down and just start like whipping the ground and the walls around you, Eowyn. And what do you want to do? It's just kind of like smashing into the walls, and like it's kind of like kicking up a bunch of dust and debris around you, and like trying to like whip at you. And what's your armor class?
18.
18? Okay, it's gonna hit you once, and then the other one is gonna crash into the wall around you. And let's see here. That's going to be 10. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. That's going to be it's just going to be 6 damage. And it's just going to, like, as one of them smashes into you, and it's just going to kind of try to loop around you. And I'll say, do you want to try to fight it off and like get away from its hold, or do you want to, or what do you want to do? Or like get a better position for a hit?
I'd like to see if I can maneuver in better to club the core of this thing.
Okay. Okay. As you do that, Blammerhoff, what are you doing?
I guess I'll pull out my mace with Am I using both hands to hold this guy?
Right now you're holding on to him at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, can I start smashing the tentacle?
Yeah. So just as you just kind of like let go of him, and then just grab your mace.
Can I do one hand?
Yeah, you can certainly try.
No, I'll try. Okay.
Okay. And make an athletics check.
Oh, okay.
And then make an attack. And I'll tell you what the goblin does. Did you say anything to the goblin?
Just kind of grunted at him.
Okay. As you like kind of grunt at him, and you like let go of him with, I'm assuming, your strong arm, so you grab onto your mace with it, and he's just gonna like snap out of your grip as this thing just reefs on him and just like yanks him back, and he flings down about 10-15 feet towards the roper, and then he kind of skips off the ground. And as he does, the goblin himself is going to he's going to like roll with the tentacle, and then he's going to actually get loose, and then he's going to kind of like hop up and bounce off the wall, but then he's just going to eat shit, and then he's just going to bounce past and then land on his side. But he's free of the tentacles, and he is going to take some damage from the fall, and he is at 1 hit point right now, and he's just confused and terrified, and he's just kind of like half up to his knees with like one hand on the side of his head, and he's just kind of dazed at the moment. And let's see here, 19 for the mace. That's gonna hit as you rush up beside Eowyn, and then drop that mace on the side of this thing's head.
Yep. Oh,
That goblin, nat 20 on his athletics check as you pulled him, and then let go of him. You basically slingshotted down the hallway. It's 8 damage on the roper. And Eowyn, what are you doing? As you're moving in, and the tentacles is kind of like starting to wrap around your legs and your waist, and you just kind of like work towards the mouth of this thing, which is now kind of this thing is like hanging from the ceiling now in front of you, kind of like this massive punching bag upside down with its mouth open and its eye just directly in your face.
Then it's going to get a hammer to the head.
Okay. Nice. That's a hit. Okay, this creature is going to start to just basically like whip, and I guess it's going to try to pull you towards it again. So it'll pull you towards its mouth, Eowyn, and it's going to attempt to make a bite attack, and that is going to be nat 1. Okay. And it's just going to try to pull you forward, and I'll say that take an opportunity attack on it as it just like pulls you forward and then like loses its balance as like this goblin kind of gets back and like pulls on one of the tentacles that's like swinging around it, and it's like trying to move its eye back and forth between the 3 of your targets while upside down, and then it's just going to like lose its balance and it's going to fall to the ground beside you. And I'll say with that nat 1, its tentacles are going to come loose around you partially, and you're going to miss with the hammer attack, but I'll give you advantage on trying to break free from the grapple that it has on you if you want to make an athletics check with advantage. Nice. Yeah, so you'll be able to break free at this point, and then you'll see that 2 of its tentacles just kind of like whip down to the end of the hallway, and it is going to pull itself to the end as it just drags itself across the floor. Blammerhoff, you could take an opportunity attack. The goblin isn't going to do anything, and it is going to send 2 more tentacles down the hallway towards you guys, and it is going to miss with both of them. And at this point it's out of sight, but it's effectively retreating further down the tunnel.
So I got one more opportunity to attack. So.
Yeah, you get an opportunity attack, yeah, as it's breaking away from you. With a nat 1, yeah. As you just like swing into the side of the wall and you just fill the hallway with dust, making it even further obscured. With that, I'm going to say that it's going to disappear further into the tunnel, where you guys are not sure where it leads to from there.
Yeah, I'm going to pick up one of those boulders that fell from the roof.
Okay.
Just keep it with me.
Okay. As you just pick up like a hefty sized rock from the roof, and it's more like, yeah, just like a chunk of stone from the ceiling kind of thing. And yeah, you guys are now standing in this tunnel. I'll share my screen, and let me see here. This is you 3 right here, you and the goblin. You 2 and the goblin. This is the tunnel you guys came from that's kind of caved in right now. So it's just filled in with rock, and then it went around this corner out of sight. And I guess, yeah, you guys shouldn't know about the rest of this, but that's what the other players unlocked earlier, so. What do you guys want to do?
Follow it.
There is evil in this tunnel, and I'm going to have to crush it.
Okay.
I like the idea of everyone just running forward and like Blammerhoff grunting and just kind of walking after him.
Nice. And then as the goblin is like reaching into his pocket, and like he pulls out this crushed goodberry, and he's just covered his hand in like the juices. He's like starting to lick it off of his hand and just like whimper, and then he'll follow after you guys, and he'll take out his spear. There's actually, hold on. Yeah, his spear's broken, so he'll take like the top half of his spear, which is effectively just a dagger now, and then he'll follow after you guys. And as you guys get to this point, you will see that Eowyn, you come around the corner, and it kind of drops down into a slight grade as it goes down, and then you come to like the edge of this vast open cave, and you're not sure how far down it goes, but it's effectively just darkness.
Okay, so the entrance to this cave is above the floor level of the cave?
You are standing like on the edge of like a cliff effectively.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, can I? If I'll pick up like a nearby rock and just toss it down there
Okay.
and listen to see if it hits anything.
Okay. You kind of hear like after like a second, just click, 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 and you can hear an echo. So it sounds like this is a pretty open-ended area. It's probably 60 feet down, based on what you hear, or
Okay.
at least on one part of where it would have landed. And then I guess you could see probably. Well, let's see what you guys do, as you guys are gonna probably have to do a little bit of navigating. But let's just do some. I want to hand wave some fast travel time, as you guys just like kind of navigate through this area. Just tell me how you climb down, how you want to get around, and what you want to look for, and then just kind of like briefly tell me how you want to do that, and then I'll hand wave like the next couple of hours in game of you guys doing that, and then I'll link you guys up with the other party if you guys don't die and fail that kind of testing.
You know what? I would like to. I'm going to take a torch. I'm going to toss it down there and see what I can see with my dark vision enhanced with the torch.
Okay.
And then I'll try to climb down.
Okay.
And navigate to the other side of the cave as best I can, using the torch if needed.
Okay.
I'll help direct him as he's going first, very frequently insulting him, and then following exactly the same way he goes down.
That's just like harshly criticizing his route of travel, but then
Exactly,
following in his footsteps.
Just
Exactly.
needlessly criticizing like basic climbing.
And I will completely ignore the insults.
It's like the most toxic hiking trip ever.
Yep.
It's so great. Yeah, and then during this entire ordeal, I'll tell you right now that your guys' goblin companion, his morale is just in the toilet from your guys' shitty attitudes. As he's just like following behind you and like looking over his shoulder every now and then. But okay, so Eowyn, I'll say make a athletics check, and then make a survival check. And Blammerhoff, you're just criticizing for flavor for now. Okay. Oof. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is good. Effectively, you guys do kind of climb down, not too bad. It takes you a while, and then you kind of like there's a few moments where you like slip, or you pull a couple rocks loose, and effectively there's no way back. Like as you climb up, as you're climbing down, you kind of like whatever handholds you were utilizing to get down, you're breaking between the two of you, and yeah, you just kind of smooth out any attempt at returning the way you went, unless maybe you were like a spry goblin or something, or a tabaxi, but you guys are neither of those, and you wander in the darkness for probably about an hour, just winding, and it feels like you guys are walking in circles, and then you realize after a while that you're actually just in a downward spiral, literally. And I guess if you have the torch with you, you'll see that this is like an abandoned mine, and this is like the workings of a shaft, and you can see like the odd like discarded, worn down mining tools, like broken pickaxes, things like that. There's like humanoid bones strewn about, and once you realize you're going in the wrong direction, I'll say that you're probably able to like redirect yourself and kind of get back to the main shaft and try to get back up to like that first ledge that you came to, and work your way back up to the top where you are able to find an entry point. And Blammerhoff, is there anything you want to say specifically during this hour of lost time?
Not particularly, just general criticism, especially when the rocks are breaking up.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, and then I'll say that you guys are able to make it to just this ledge where you find like an old workstation. There's like an old work desk with a couple small boxes and small random tools. And there's like this small like wooden box on this table. In your travels.
Does the box look suspicious at all?
it looks pristine. It's pristine, and it's almost got like a shine to it. It's like no dust on it at all, despite like being down here, and it's got like a black sheen to it.
How big is it?
It's probably about the size of a large French fries from KFC.
I would like to use my divine sense, see if this box is good or evil.
It is neither, but there is like something about it. There's like some sort of magical vibe to it for sure.
Well, I will take the box, and perhaps if we find our compatriots, one of them can decipher whatever is in the box. But I will not be opening it at this time.
Okay. And then from there, I'll say like after you guys have traveled, you take the box with you, and then you do eventually find your way back through another entrance that takes you down a tunnel into a room where I believe the rest of the party was getting ready to do a long rest. Was that right? At the end of the session, last session? Or were you guys going to just try to beeline
I
it
believe
to town?
so. I think there was a rest that might have been wanting to be happening.
Okay. Yeah, and then reunite everybody, and thank you for your 20 minutes of patience, everybody else.
Marianne definitely gets happier when Owen shows up again. So gallant.
Perfect. When you guys get back to the party, you will see that there is a what would look like Dragonborn at first, except that he's got wings. And Eowyn is polite but completely oblivious to what you're to Marianne. And so you guys see what appears to be a Dragonborn, which is actually a half dragon. He's there with his suit of plate mail, and he's with the party. And then there's also the wounded orc that whose knee you utterly destroyed, Eowyn. He is awake, and he has a weapon, and he appears to just be like hanging out with the rest of the party. And he kind of sees you, and he like kind of like half waves to you, but he's got like this look of like confusion and like uneasiness about him as he's like kind of limps around. He's actually got one crutch. He made a makeshift crutch, that's right, and he has a hand axe, that's right.
Who is my closest teammate?
Marianne.
Marianne, why is the orc a member of our party now?
He helped us fight some of the evil things. His name's Slug. His clan were victims of this place too.
All right. I'll walk over to Slug. And I'll say, Slug, you're a member of this party now, are you?
Yes, sir. My new name is
I'll,
Slug No Clan.
I'll lay hands on Slug and try to heal up his knee for 5 points.
Nice. He'll just, his eyes will go wide at first, and then he'll kind of like step back, and he'll like let go of the crutch, and then give his leg like a shake, and then he'll just kind of stutter, like, "Oh, thank you."
And I'll say, no hard feelings.
Don't know what
He's
you're talking
so
about.
gallant.
Don't know what you're talking about, but thank you.
Marianne is just swooning.
Yeah, for background, he doesn't actually know that he doesn't actually remember that you did what you did. He's just got like this weird uneasy feeling about you.
It seems like we're all back together. I see you managed to retrieve our goblin friend. It's very good to see you again, sir. I'm glad to see you in the realm of the living. Of course, we didn't think we would be here either.
Thank you. It's just like, it's good to be back with the rest of the party, because I wasn't sure how long those two were going to last. I thought there would for sure be a homicide or a dwarficide. Or would it just be a homicide regardless because they're both humanoid? I don't know.
Yeah.
Owen can do anything. He's very good at fighting evil.
Yes, I've
Not so
seen
good
it.
at picking roots down climbing paths.
I've seen that too. I've seen him fight evil and I've seen him fall down walls.
Oh, in Blammerhoff, earlier in the caves, we found this diamond, but if you touch the diamond, it teleports you to different parts of the caves. I think we could take that diamond at some point and just, like, not teleport, but I just don't want the bad guys to have the diamond. Fuck those guys.
Fascinating.
Also, the town's in danger.
Yeah,
It's also a thing you should know.
Also, yes, the town is in imminent danger. I guess now that you guys are together, do you guys want a long rest or do you guys want to try to head to the town?
First of all, why is the town in imminent danger?
Killed a necromancer, and the necromancer said that his master was already on his way to destroy the town and it was too late to stop him.
I believe we're not helping anyone if we're at our ends. So I believe we should rest, personally.
I'll agree by yawning loudly.
We cannot help others unless we help ourselves first. This is true. And perhaps we can use one of the diamonds to teleport back to town even.
So smart.
I lean over to Blammerhoff. I hate to say it, but I don't think they work like that. I think they just teleport you to random places in the dungeon. Or mind, I mean.
Yes, we will try to use the diamond to teleport back to town.
If you think we can do it, it's gonna work.
Does anyone have any knowledge of the
Well.
diamonds?
That's plan B.
I've touched it the most, and I keep ending up in different places in this area.
Yeah.
Can I like Arcana check? Are they
Meta wise, I have rolled terrible wisdom saves every time I touch it. Marianne is like, I know it can work, I just can't figure it out yet.
Nice. Yeah, so basically, I guess, is there anything else that Dakin wants to add to this explanation as you guys are like telling Blammerhoff about this thing?
Let's see. I'm trying to remember everything from last session. The diamond did tend to work for us when we focused, but it's honestly too risky to just teleport anywhere if you can't focus. We did find a little bit of, I'm going to assume, infernal stuff along the way, and of course we did take out the necromancer that was here, but it sounds like he is just an underling, and there might be an even worse necromancer. The thing I'm most worried about is what's going on at the town that is so important. It's just a rest stop, but there apparently seems to be some gravitas to it.
Maybe they're going for the dragon we killed. You don't know it's dead, right?
It could be possible. And they burned down the library, which is a weird place to start. Maybe there's some sort of knowledge in the town that they don't want to retrieve. I don't know. I don't quite care for how this is all wrapping up or shaping up. Hack Spice, you are a man of simple, straightforward answers. What do you see?
Do your
Not
bugbear eyes
sure.
see X face?
God. I'm not sure I have enough information to make a call.
Let me do a history check to see if maybe hints I remember something because I don't.
In regards to
Kind of. I feel like there's something else we're missing other than what did we get out of the necromancer's tote? I can't remember that. But the area in general, why it would be so sought after.
okay,
I
with
got
a
a
history
12.
check. Y- you just from what you guys have like kind of gathered about the area, the mine itself, and some of this material that Blammerhoff came upon and pocketed. It's you've heard some stories about like old areas like this that would just like tap into sources of magic and use them as fuel. You know, like old dwarven and other creatures that would create outposts or mines like this. And it's possible that this one was abandoned a long time ago and that somebody was trying to come in and find whatever scraps they could.
So it's not a particularly prosperous mine, but there seems to be something to it, or at least the town.
Yeah, and then the town itself being close by, and then I guess if you do remember as well, there's probably about almost 100 people that are living there right now. Since
Would
since
add
the-
to the ranks of an undead army.
yeah, with yeah. I don't want to. I don't.
Either way.
I don't want to exposition dump too much.
No, I appreciate it. It helps me remember more. I guess we're going short rest and try to make our way back. I mean, long rest and try to make our way back to town as quickly as possible.
Okay.
We could try the stone thing to see if it works, but I do not want to waste too much time on it. And I would express that to everyone.
Cool.
I
Then-
roll.
Can I?
Sounds like
can
you
I
need
examine them?
sounds like you need a reckless experiment with no wasted
Can I
time.
examine the stones without touching them and see
We
if
do
I
what we
can figure
need.
anything out?
Yeah, make a
Marianne will show
yeah.
you.
Yeah, so
Do an
Blammerhoff make a
Arcana check.
Blammerhoff, yeah, you can make a Arcana check with advantage just based on the information that everybody gave you. But yeah, effectively, like if you touch it, then it's been like a battle of will to kind of try to choose where to go within the building itself or within the structure itself.
Foreman's Arcana
And
check.
oh, nice. Okay,
Hold on. It's supposed to be with advantage. I wonder if I can do that.
I mean you rolled a 21, so I mean you're pretty much good. Do you have any questions? Like, what questions do you have about this thing? And
So what happens when you touch them?
So
what
it's
happens when you touch them?
yeah, so I'll give you that one for sure. Like when you touch it, it'll teleport you within a certain range. You can tell that it's affected by that. It has a limited amount of power, which limits the range that it permits you to. And if you don't have a clear focus or understanding of the area, then you are going to go to somewhere random within that range.
How do we take it with us without teleporting?
Do you have any ideas, Blammerhoff?
How do we take it? The
Is
gem?
Blammerhoff on mute or?
Nope.
I can't.
Nope,
hear
You
him.
just started
talking,
talking now.
I just started talking because I don't.
He's choosing his words
How do we
carefully.
take them with us? Can we wrap them up in something? Like some cloth or something? So that we
Marianne
don't
tried
touch
that.
them? Oh, that
It's
didn't
it's
work.
like a diamond, like if I remember correctly, it's like a diamond the size of a head.
That's about
those are
right.
pretty big.
It was on a gold kind of stand. We knocked it off the stand and then it rolled it around, and then Marianne tried to pick it up with her cloak.
Yeah, it was like
And every time Marianne tried, she kept getting shunted to different parts of the dungeon.
yeah, it was like a wireframe stand, like a goldish wire. Which like Marianne knocked it off the stand and then started teleporting and then trying to like roll this fucking diamond around with a cloak and stuff, and it just wouldn't work. But yeah,
So
effectively
every time something touched that she was touching, it teleported again.
I
Yeah,
mean, when she tried with the cloak, anyways.
Well, let's take a rest and then we'll start experimenting.
Okay.
So are we doing a long rest?
Yeah, you guys can take a long rest and not level up because you're sleeping in a dungeon. And I'm just gonna keep you at level 3 for now, for the next 6 months.
It's your campaign.
I'm just kidding. It's everybody's campaign. It's not just mine. You're not here for my entertainment. We're here to have fun together.
Sometimes I wonder, Josh.
Oh my.
I mean, I'd be fine staying at level 5 for a while. I feel like 5 and 10s are good milestones. Just stop that.
You guys survive level 3 first.
Right?
Hackspace, what are you doing? You've been quiet. What's Hackspace doing?
He's observing the situation. He's a man of few words, generally speaking, but he is paying attention to what's going on around him. When he has a chance for a rest, he's going to curl up in a furry ball in the corner.
Okay.
Because he is definitely tired as well.
Okay. Yeah, I guess Francis will be like resting as well, the half dragon, and he'll just be like sharpening his sword, and then he'll be resting as well. And then I guess the goblins will go to Hackspice and Eowyn, the one goblin anyways, and they'll be like, the town's under attack. Do you want me to get the other two boys up top and talk to them? Is there anything that we need to do before you go to sleep?
I know I wasn't asked, but I would say scout the quickest route and have everything prepared to leave. If you could also get a hold of your party, that would be appreciative.
Anybody that needs rest, rest. Anybody that can hack, getting ready, get ready.
Nice. Dak, can make a persuasion check.
I can?
Yeah.
Okay. Check. Persuasion.
Okay. Yes.
It's
He,
not great.
So he looks at Hackspice, and then as Dak, and you pipe in with what you say, and then he gives you the nod, and he gives you the thumbs up, and then he's like, "Yes, understood. Okay." And then he heads out. He heads through the tunnels, and then he kind of like, you hear him like scurry back from to the skylight that you guys came down from, and that's the last you see of him. He does not come back when you wake up.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
Yeah. When you guys wake up, you'll find that the goblins are gone. All 3 of them. Slug is still there. Francis is still there. At some point during the rest, like, Francis was able to like scrounge up some scrap armor from all of his dead clanmates, and he's got like a suit of leather armor. And Hackspice, he'll give you back your axe, and he'll have a great axe. He'll like piece back together like a great axe for himself and a couple hand axes. And yeah, Blammerhoff experiments. What do you want to do?
First video plan for when the experiments go wrong. I've learned that the hard way. All right.
So you'll
So we
remember
both
that
pick-
anytime somebody tried to touch it, it would almost force them to teleport, and it was resting on like a gold wire stand that it was knocked off of, and that's where it still is, in this little corner. It's almost like a little mud room, or like a closet, like a 10-foot by 10-foot room, down like a little hallway, and that's where it is, just sitting on the ground beside its stand. And
I'm
then,
gonna try to rip the gold wire stand out of the wall.
oh, it's like like it's movable, like it's just,
Okay.
yeah,
okay.
it was like on like a platform kind of thing, and it would almost be like a, yeah, it's just like a wire frame that you could mount, like put a diamond into, so that way it sits fancy and it's nice cut and everything. But yeah, you
Okay,
can like,
well-
you can pick up the wire stand.
Okay. All right. So I'll just turn to the group and say, if I disappear, you guys grab diamonds and try to imagine the entrance. And then I'll try to like scoop it up with the wireframe without touching it.
Okay. Yeah. As long as you keep your hands on the diamond or the wire itself, and you kind of like work it around the diamond without touching the diamond, I'll say that I'll give you that one pass. You're able to like hold it as you're like holding it and like lift it off the ground, holding onto the wires. But if a finger slips and you touch the diamond, I don't know what's gonna happen. So
All right. All right. So let's
You're gonna-
beat these frames with hammers into shapes that are easy to carry and where the diamond won't slip easily.
holy shit, this is okay.
Like a little Prada purse or something.
Yeah, just like a little
A basket.
A basket.
exactly.
A
Yeah,
wire-
yeah.
just a basket. Nice.
That's right. Yep. It's time to make some baskets, everybody.
All right, Blammerhoff,
I will help.
the dwarf artificer and the wizard. Okay, let's see. Blammerhoff, what tools do you have?
I have a crowbar, I have a hammer, I have a piton.
Okay.
That should be good.
Okay.
I know I have rope and stuff.
I've got some
so-
rope too. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Between
pull
the,
out the coil of wire that I have too.
you do have a coil of wire. He has a coil of very strong wire that was used to hold up a 10-foot by 10-foot stone slab.
Mhm.
Of steel wire. Okay, who wants to help with the experiment to jerry rig this thing, or Mickey Mouse this thing?
I will cast guidance.
Blammerhoff and Dakin. Okay. Dakin.
Blammerhoff.
Okay. Dakin, make a. I guess if Dakin, you're going to be helping Blammerhoff, then Blammerhoff, make a check. Let's say make a tools check. So sleight of hand check plus your proficiency.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
And then do it with advantage because Dakin's helping you. And then
1d4.
and that's that's a dirty 20, and I'll say add a d4 to that as well.
add a d4 to it.
For crits.
Okay. So I haven't done the advantage yet. Maybe it gets better. It does not.
This is a
Imagine
dirty
with
20
that
or a
thing.
nat 1. Okay. And then add a d4. Okay, that's a nat 4, so that's a 24 on the total check. I will say, okay, so while you're putting it together, what are you using for the basket?
So the basket is the original gold wiring.
Yes.
That yeah.
Okay. And then is there anything you add to it? To the wiring?
Well, the straps that kind of that go up that you hold, we can use the other wiring for that, so long as it's far enough away from the basket itself where the diamond will sit.
Okay, I believe that wire was about 30 feet in total. Is that right, Hackspice?
I believe so. What did I had 25 feet.
25 feet? Okay, let's just call it 20. I'll say that he uses 5 feet of that wire.
Sure.
Okay, and then you can continue to carry that 20 feet of wire. And then you put that together, and then with the 24 on the check, I'll say that you get a hint that this diamond is not at its full power.
Let everyone else know, or
like Blammerhoff and Dakin, you guys like that, like you guys realize, like you guys learn this as you're putting it together. Like how you learn that, I'm not sure.
There's only the one diamond, right?
Yep, it's just
I'll be
one
right
diamond.
back.
It's just one, yeah.
Yeah, it was just the one diamond. So like they were rolling through this
Everyone-
dungeon, and then they went into this this room that was like untraveled, and it was literally just a storage room for this diamond. And it had not been touched, because anytime anybody touched it, it would just it wouldn't move.
I'll ask if anybody's touched it and they didn't teleport because it was low.
No. We all teleported with ease. I say we try to get as close as possible, then teleport as we can, as we get closer.
Awen,
What do
do
you
have
all
any
think?
thoughts?
Closer to what? The entrance?
The town.
Yeah.
One of the spells I prepared today was Longstrider. I can cast that twice.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
Good.
So, if you guys are heading to the town, and it has been a long rest, so it's been about 8 to 9 hours. I'll say it's been about 9 hours between you guys resting and then making a couple calls before going down for the night, and then dicking around with the diamond at breakfast time. And yeah, I guess, are you guys just heading out onto the road then and trying to get back to the town in time?
I think so.
It's unlikely
Yes.
Yeah.
time, but that's where we're heading.
But I can cast Longstrider on like Hackspice and if they wanted to like double time it to town ahead of us. Then I have Speak with Animal prepped as well, so I could try to talk to like a vulture or something and be like, "Can you come back and give me a report?"
Nice. Okay. So let's see. Before you split the party, as you guys make it to the road, where's my... Cool. Yes. So as you guys are on the road, I mean, over the first little bit, probably about a half an hour into it, Marianne, you notice that there is a tree up ahead, like a small shrub of a tree, and it is just covered in crows. And it's probably like less than 100 feet away, and they are not making any noise. They're just kind of like every now and then ruffling their feathers, and like they're all like, as you guys come around like the corner or up the crest of the road, and then as soon as you see this tree, they all turn at the same time and look at the group, and then they take off into the air.
I'm gonna try casting Speak with Animals.
Okay.
I don't know why it's doing that spell. Speak with Animals.
Cool. Okay, yeah, so like they fly up into the air, and I guess if you are casting Speak with Animals on yourself, is there, what do you want to say to them?
Hey, we're not gonna hurt you. Can I ask you a question?
The ability to
When you start talking, I put my sling away.
Don't be rude.
to you, she's probably like talking, and like you can, as she's talking, you could hear like the echo, like this faint echo of like crow sounds coming from like around her mouth and her voice. So she's like, as she's like talking, and then like half a second behind her, there's like an echo of like crow sounds coming from her. And Marianne, you hear closer to your feet. It's like I don't think they're going to hear you. I don't think they're going to listen. As you look down, and there's like a little field mouse, or not a field mouse, but a little desert mouse on like, the side of the road, looking up at you.
Name him Maud D, but I pick him up.
As you go to pick him up, he like scurries back. He's like, "No touch."
Okay. Why won't they listen to me? Are they working for the bad guys?
Those aren't normal birds.
Okay.
They wouldn't try to eat me. I got close. They didn't want to eat me. They wouldn't
okay.
eat me or my friends. I don't think they see me.
I convey this to the party. And then I ask him if he knows of any birds in the area. Would talk to us.
Birds are mean.
Well, if I'm talking to them, they won't be eating you.
You promise?
Yes.
Okay. And I guess he'll kind of like scurry over to like another like through the bushes and he'll lead you to like another like a patch of like bushes and whatnot, and you'll see like there's that was it. There's like a small little owl like in and under these like this shrub as he's just like sleeping, and he's like, "Don't get too close, it might eat you."
Okay.
But it's like
Mr.
probably like
Owl?
the size of like a cat, like smaller than a cat.
I will try to get the owl's attention. Lately asking if he will help us out.
What?
I didn't mean to wake you up, but we need some help.
What's in
I
it?
can give you some food.
What do you mean
I
help?
pull out some like rations,
What?
turkey or something.
What do you want for help? What do you need for help?
There's a village in that direction, and we need to know if there's anything happening in the village or anything approaching the village.
There's always something happening in the village. That's why it's a village. People are there. People do things.
There's something new coming to the village, and we think it's bad, and we're gonna take some time to get there. And I was hoping you could fly there faster.
Maybe. I guess.
I'll give you some jerky. I'll give you some more jerky when you get back.
Make a persuasion check. As he like kind of like goes towards the jerky. It's not bad. What about the mouse?
The mouse is under my protection right now.
I see how it is. You're just here to work for the mice, make things difficult for me in my area, in my bush.
It's today.
First those crow things show up, and now you're here, taking food out of my mouth, giving me.
When did the crow things show up?
Giving me this dry leather stuff. What? Oh, they showed up like last night sometime.
Right?
Which is weird because I thought I was going to die, but they didn't even come after me. I don't think they saw me, so it's probably because they don't have eyes.
I can give you this jerky now, and we can find you something better later. This is what I have prepared for night right now.
All right.
I promise on pickles. I show my cactus. I'll give you a treat if you come back with any information on what we're facing.
All right, fine. I guess so. I'll head to the town. I guess.
Give him the jerky.
You know.
Give him the jerky.
I'll go as fast as I can, but I'll let you know that I'm kind of tired. It'd be nice if you had a little bit extra there. Might give me the extra more energy.
Yeah, I give him the jerky I have.
Okay. He takes the jerky, flies away. All right, as you guys carry on towards the town.
I will cast Longstrider on Hackspice and Owen if they want.
It might be best if you save that. I don't think it will help very much getting there that much faster. I think we'd be best sticking together.
Okay.
And
I got to talk to an owl.
Just like everybody saw, and it probably looked really weird from everyone else's perspective.
First time doing that. That was fun.
yes, it was very cute. Now let's go. And Hackspace will start heading the right way.
And the crows will follow you from a distance. The mouse won't though. He's gonna stay right behind.
mm,
We'll thank the mouse.
Yeah. As you guys walk away, and the mouse is like, "I can't wait to eat this owl's eggs."
The owl's flying away, probably thinking, "I hope I can find that mouse later."
Basically.
I'm gonna.
such is nature.
What are you gonna do, Marianne?
To pick up the mouse and put him in my pocket.
Oh, shit. Okay. As he's just like, wait, what? Oh. He's not gonna fight. He's just like, as you pick him up, he's like, oh, this is how I die.
Not gonna kill you, but you can't kill his eggs while he's doing a favor for me. That's just rude.
Alright. Okay.
I'll lean over to so I was saying, I thought Eowyn was the weird one.
As you lean over to
There are
Eowyn and tell
eggs
him
in
that.
this?
Are you telling Eowyn that you thought Eowyn was the weird one?
No, Hacksaw.
Oh, okay.
Are there
But
eggs?
loud enough for Eowyn to hear me.
Nice.
Did the owl leave behind eggs?
Did you want to go look?
I'm gonna go look.
Alright.
I
Yes,
don't
but they're
think
not
we have
owl
time
eggs.
to-
Oh, they're. Are they? I'm gonna make a nature check.
Alright. They're
I
smaller
have no
eggs.
idea.
They're smaller than owl eggs, from what you can tell. And you're pretty sure that
Put
the
them-
owl that you talked to was a male, and there was just him that you seen.
I'm gonna put the eggs gently into Pickle's little thing, and I'm gonna carry the eggs because I don't know.
He's
Like
okay.
babysitting for another bird. This isn't some horrible like Lovecraftian thing.
Nice.
Pickles will take care of the eggs until the owl gets back.
How many eggs are there? There
Well,
are.
guys, back to Blammerhoff. No, definitely not any weirder than this one.
There are 5 eggs, just so you know.
5 eggs. I've got
Yeah.
5 mystery eggs.
5 mystery
I'll
eggs.
answer.
Pickles in Pickles' little pot.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
The
grab
mouse
him.
in my pocket. I'll put the, if I've got the eggs, I'm gonna put the mouse down.
Okay. What did you say, Blammerhoff?
I said, well, that's smart, actually, grabbing more food for the way.
Nice. You put the mouse down. You said.
I'm gonna put the mouse down, and I'm gonna
Okay.
keep the eggs.
Nice. Okay. And the mouse is just like, all right, well, I see how it is. Okay. Whatever, man. Good luck. And yeah, the mouse is gone. You guys are on the road. Okay.
Okay. Apologize for the distraction.
Lizard there.
Marianne is like 15.
What about our lizard? Did the goblins take it?
Yeah. They did.
All right, I will make a note of that when I talk to their chief. I look at Hackspice like, I don't blame them for taking it. Honestly, we are walking into a death trap. But if we come out of this and the guy asks for his cut, he is coming out of it.
Sounds about right.
Nice. That's an adorable image. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
Okay, what do you guys want to do on the road as these birds are following you from a distance, and you guys are carrying on the same route that you went, and it's a few hours to the town, so you guys have a few hours to get there. What do you want to do along the way, if anything?
I don't like these birds, but I'm afraid if we attack them, they're going to attack us.
I'm gonna take a shot at one of them at some point in time with my javelin. I'd like to take a look at one close up. And if it's dead, that would be fine.
Nice. Make an attack roll with disadvantage, I guess, if you want to take an attack, take a shot at one.
An 11.
Nice. As you throw the javelin into the swarm, and they break apart away from the javelin, and you miss, and you can hear them just all like cawing, and some like some feathers get scattered around, but then they kind of fly up towards the sun, like out of like kind of like out of sight as they fly away.
Is it too late to join in with my sling?
You can make an attack as well. This is like as soon as everyone starts firing at the birds, so that everyone just takes part in it.
No, I imagine like we just said, well, should we do it all at once?
Yep.
Nice. Yeah,
I'm
you,
going to
I
cast
see him
Toll the
like
Dead
lining
on
up
it.
his javelin, and I just immediately pull out the sling.
yeah, you fucking okay. Yeah, you nail a bird. You nail a bird, and it fucking falls to the road.
Bird, make a wisdom
Good
save.
shot.
Only 1 damage though.
Nice. Yeah, there's a bird on the road that you guys knock to the ground.
I will examine it, or hack spice.
What were you
Sorry.
saying, Hackspice?
I'd like to check out the bird.
Cool. Make a nature check.
Guidance.
Mm. 15.
I imagine Marianne's like, don't poke it in the eye. It might squirt at you. I had it happen to one of my kids. It was not pretty.
Nice. Yeah, there's no fluid in
ew,
this
ew.
thing. It's been dead for some time. It's dried out.
Ooh.
Its eyes are sunken in. The feathers are like barely intact. And Dakin, make an Arcana check.
Hit my keyboard on my phone and I don't like it.
Mm,
I think that's only going to want to make Hackspice go
Arcana.
quicker.
what were you saying,
16.
Hackspice?
Only going to want to make him get to town quicker, I think.
Yeah.
Being that.
Yeah, it's been dead for some time, and then Dakin, as you kind of like take a turn to look through it, and you see like there's this green light, this like faint green light that's kind of like shines as you like look at the bullet wound from the sling attack that dropped it, and this little flicker, and then the light fizzles out. And you get this sense of more of that same energy that was used to animate the dead villagers in the town, or townsfolk, when you guys were fighting them in the saloon.
I remarked to everyone that the necromancer that we fought, he didn't seem quite powerful enough to turn Francis's brother into what it was. I believe we're for a much graver fight than what we intended for.
Cool.
I believe we should pick up the pace.
Okay. What does Eowyn think?
Owen is in agreement.
Okay. Yeah, so over the course of the next hour or so, as you guys are just kind of rushing to get there quicker, you kind of get to the edge of the town. You're still probably like a couple minutes away, and as you do, the owl comes back.
Hey! I have to cast my spell again because it lasts 10 minutes.
Okay. As this owl's just like flying around you, and it's just like, whoo,
I cast my spell again, and I can talk to animals.
It's just like, who do you do? As you finally understand what he's saying. And, yes. Do you have that mouse with you?
No, but I made sure to take your eggs so they were safe and the mouse didn't eat them. Show him my pickles.
My eggs?
You were sitting on some eggs.
The eggs in my... What? Oh. Whatever. Okay. Alright. Thank you, I guess. Okay. Yeah. What did you want to know about this place? It's pretty boring today.
Is there anything approaching it?
You guys.
Okay. No.
If there's anybody fighting there.
I don't see anybody fighting, but there are people. I see people hiding.
Did you see what they're hiding from?
It looks
Trent?
like some of them are hiding from you guys. They're watching you come, and then it looks like they're kind of hiding in all their buildings. People with weapons.
Well,
They could be turned already, and we're waiting in ambush.
are they hiding from us or waiting to ambush us? Very good, Marianne.
I deem.
I don't know. You're the only people I understand when you're talking. I don't know what they were saying. I'm not a parrot.
Translate.
I'm not a parrot. I can't. I can't repeat what they told me, what they said, and they didn't talk to me. But I mean,
Say,
Mary, I do have a quick question. Ask your owl friend if they look like they were decayed.
ask them also if they smell like anything.
Yeah, I repeat these questions. They act like the crows.
no. Oh, they definitely don't act like crows. That's what the owl says.
Okay. Did they act? Did you get close enough to smell them?
Is that like a dig against me because I'm an owl? Because I don't have a proper nose or something?
No.
Like, I know I'm sensitive about my beak and everything. But I use my
Ew.
I use my sense of sight primarily for hunting.
Did they look like they had injuries?
No. No.
I
No,
sure
I
get,
don't
I
think
sure
so.
get the group. I will put his eggs on a cactus, like a perch, and then be like, "Here you go."
You guys
Thanks.
got me googling if owls have a good sense of smell or not, by the way.
That's me. Yeah, that's
They
me
don't.
doing
Very
it.
They
good.
don't. Most birds don't have a
Marianne
sense
has
a good
no
sense of
idea.
smell. Most birds don't have a good sense of smell, just so you know. They rely on like their sight, their eyesight to pick up where to eat shit.
I thought vultures did.
Vultures might. I'm not sure.
Vultures do, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. They have
I could be wrong.
Vultures have an extraordinary sense of smell, apparently. But I mean, they got them big noses.
D&D,
I'm stupid.
where you learn anatomy.
There you go.
No, I'm really impressed by this.
Bloody nerds.
Yeah.
I know owls, crows, magpies, they don't have very good sense of smell. Because I remember making fun of Crow, our player, who was, yeah, who was a kanku.
Couldn't smell anything.
Yeah, he was a kanku with no sense of smell.
Oh, alright. Well, we're either walking into an ambush or we're warning the town. Either way, I can't see it being much better or worse for us. Because they can't really fight that well.
It'd be a shame
I
to
put
kill them all,
the
though.
eggs, obviously the owl eggs on a little perch for our owl friend.
Well, Hackspice, as my father always says, the only enemy is the enemy that raises their sword. If they don't raise their sword at us, we don't have to worry about it. If they do, they are our enemies and we dispatch of them as so.
That's what Dakin's dad said?
Yeah,
Okay.
remember, he's a barbarian king.
Yep.
Dakin tries to help people, but he's also not, against just fucking people up.
Okay.
How far are we from town?
Like a minute or two.
Oh, then if we're a minute or two, I'm gonna cast. Now I'm gonna cast Longstrider. It
Okay.
lasts an hour. It gives everyone +10 to their movement. Cast it at a level 2. I can pick extra people.
I'm going to have my familiar go ahead of us. I'm gonna try to scout out what I can with it.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm. This will just cast it at first level. I'm gonna cast Longstrider on Hackspice and Longstrider on Owen.
I will
You guys
keep
get-
it within 100 feet.
Okay.
And yeah,
Cool.
and it's an hour, and it's not concentration.
Okay. As you guys get into the town, or get close to the town, you're with your familiar. A few militia step out from some of the buildings, and they will kind of like wave to you, and then the fucking rabbit folk guy.
Is it Tricks or something?
What's that? Sorry.
Is his name Trix?
Biggs Harrington.
Oh, Biggs Harrington.
Yeah, Biggs Harrington will he'll step out from his smithy, and he'll come out to you guys, and you'll see that he is wearing a suit of armor of scale mail, and he has a sword, and he'll come up to you guys.
How are
He's
you?
like, where have you been? And where's yeah, where have you guys been?
Long story. There should be a necromantic army on its way, I believe. What's going on here? Why is everyone all ready to fight before we even got here?
We've already been attacked twice.
What?
Yeah, we've been fighting off things coming and going all night.
How many?
There's been small numbers so far. We've been burning the ones that we've been getting, but they've been killing more than we've been killing, that's for sure. And it looks like they're coming in full force pretty soon, and a bunch of folks already abandoned the town, and there's probably about 50 to 60 of us left that are in fighting condition.
What are these creatures that attack?
They are more of just undead. It's the dead walking again.
When you kill them, do they rise again?
But when we kill them this time, they stay down, and then we burn them to make sure. And then he'll kind of like gesture over to like one of the construction areas, and here, let me share my screen, and I'll show you what's going on.
Have you guys seen a bunch of crows? We've been followed by crows.
So I'll say you guys are like right around here by the mayor's office that was there, and I'll say that they have a big bonfire here where they're burning dead at one of the little construction sites.
Sounds like. So, do they come at night only, or is it just
They,
an all-day thing?
They were coming throughout the night, and then there's been some talk of them, of a large group coming from the south that should be here anytime. Let's see here.
I'm trying to waste them. I will start using mold earth to make barricades between the buildings the best I can.
Any idea on what's controlling them?
I have no idea. I haven't
Yeah, well-
seen anything of that sort.
And
Is there any
I will
injured-
say to him, keep the fires burning. Needed.
Okay. There's only so
There
much
any
fuel
injured-
here.
Are there any injured that need to be back in the fight?
There's nobody majorly injured right now. The priest, the town healer, has been taking care of everybody in that regard. But yeah, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you guys, and I will say that there are 50 townsfolk that are in fighting condition. And let's see.
Do we have any idea of an objective?
The
For them.
necromancer.
An objective for you guys, or an objective for who's coming from the town?
Yeah.
Where have they been going? Just attacking people or any particular building?
Right. Biggs will say he's not sure.
Okay.
It seems like it's at random, so he's not entirely sure.
Mary, do you care to help me make some barriers with your mold earth?
I mean, I can help with that, yeah. Actually, did I prepare molders today? That's a good question.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah, no, I did keep. Well, I sometimes switch up my cantrips, but no, I've still got molders. Still good.
Here, I'm gonna delete slug.
I will
and
enlist
then,
as much help as I can making Molotovs.
'Kay.
With whatever
I will say.
flammable substance they have left.
Okay. I will say that out of those 50 people, 10 of them, or 10 or 11 of them, I'm saying approximately 50 people. So there's like 10 or 11 of them are those goblins and hobgoblin. Actually, it is only 10 because one of those scouts never came back. Are in the town, including the 3 goblins that left the mine with the lizard, and they will like greet you in a friendly manner as you guys are kind of like, taking stock. They're like, yeah, you told us to go ahead.
Oh, good.
You told us to go ahead. That's what I thought the instructions were, so that's what I did. That's what we did. We
You know
came back
what?
to-
That's fair. Good job.
And I guess we'll put that teleportation diamond somewhere out of the way. Just tell everybody, don't touch this.
Okay.
Actually, never mind. Don't tell anybody about it. Somebody might just grab it. Just hide it somewhere.
You know what? Marianne kind of gets like if in the group huddle. If the diamond still works here, and if we get a sight on that necromancer, could one of us use that diamond to get behind the necromancer, and they wouldn't expect it?
The only person that should be behind him is Eowyn or Hackspice. Maybe we could drop them both behind them.
I think that should be an ace in our sleeve.
You want to attempt to teleport the necromancer away from the fight, kind of thing? You mean?
No. It's
Oh, it's
we
like a hit
keep
squad.
Oh,
we keep the diamond hidden, and then if the necromancer makes an appearance, you use the diamond to teleport someone to the necromancer in an instant. And then the
see.
necromancer is suddenly like, haha, I've got the high ground in the distance, and then Hackspice is behind him being like, hello.
Okay.
Know that.
Nice.
Hello, my name is
Hello there.
Hackspice. Today
Did
you
just do an
die.
Obi-Wan quote.
Yes.
I love it. You can have inspiration. There we go. Yeah, okay, so yeah. You guys have about an hour before whatever's coming to this town comes to this town. And you've got 50 people.
Okay.
You've got approximately 50 people at your disposal. Hackspice, you got a group of goblins.
Cool.
Yeah, Francis is over here by himself with Slug, just the two of them, and then yeah, there's like between the rest of you 4, there's like roughly 10 militia to each of you guys. and you can place them anywhere in the town where you want to accordingly. And I'll use your guys' colored tokens as placement. As for and then for the party, and then I'll make another token for the actual party, and you can tell me where you guys want to be set up as a group.
Okay.
I am going to, within 30 feet of the town, I'm going to set up little things that can like create small little fire traps, like just kindling and stuff.
Just remember you have an hour.
We're gonna try to defend the whole thing, or pick a defensible location and.
You know which direction they're going to be marching in from?
South.
If they're marching in from south, then I'm going to make a line, because again, I only need to do it I have a 30-foot range on my druid craft where I can create fire. What I'm thinking is, as they're coming towards the town, they're undead, and they're going to be shambling, and they're probably going to be dry because it's a desert. So if we can have an area that we can light a fire instantly, they're going to walk into that and then catch on fire.
Okay, so you're gonna get your 10 guys to help you set up like a fire trap kind of thing?
Yeah, I'll use a bit of mold earth so that like we sort of force areas where they have to we try to force them to kind of like come in an area, and then we put thatch or hay or flammable dry material on the ground, and then I can cast from 30 feet away a druid craft which lights like a candle, so we can put like some candles in there. And then the plan is at a certain point when they get within 30 feet, suddenly the ground starts on fire.
Okay. Okay. Make a persuasion check to convey this plan to the people that are with you. And Dakin, is this something that you're helping with via Mold Earth, or is this something? Are you going to do something else?
I want to set up just barricades, like wooden chairs, everything, for people to be able to shoot behind. Stuff like that. I would just instruct my people to do that, and I would do it myself too. I would take 10 minutes to ritual cast Unseen Servant to help me do it.
Okay. 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 Let me write these down. Marianne is going to make a corral with a fire trap.
I would also give my crossbow to anyone who can shoot that doesn't have one.
Okay.
I might need that. I want to try to track down ranged weapons for all 10 of my goblins.
Nice.
Plus
okay.
melee weapons.
And
At least a few melee weapons, but primarily ranged weapons.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. I was going to say I could give you my crossbow and my quarterstaff for them.
Okay. So Hackspice, you're going to be looking for ranged weapons, and Dakin, you're giving your crossbow over to Hackspice.
It's for the goblins, so I'm going to give them some tactical training and teaching to stay back from me 30 feet and nail anything around me within about 10 feet with ranged weapons while I run in and attack shit.
Okay.
So it's going to be my little follow me fire team.
Okay. How about Eowyn? What's Eowyn doing?
I am going to kind of hide in between buildings 4 and 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just so you know, you got like 10 melee. You got like 10 melee guys with you as well.
Okay.
And what were you saying? Like you're just gonna set up in that kind of position and like be ready, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till a few of them come by and then attack them from behind.
Okay. Okay. What's Blammerhoff doing?
I'm helping, or I'm enlisting as much help as I can to make a bunch of Molotovs and instructing people how to throw them and any projectiles and long spears, putting some pitch at the end that they can light. And I'll also infuse 2 people's weapons, whoever wants them. So who would like some infusion?
Nice.
Maybe use the infusion for the artillery thing that the rabbit has.
Works for me.
Doesn't he have like a ballista?
He's got like a mini
Yeah.
ballista, yeah.
Okay, I'll infuse the ballista.
Okay, I'll say that.
I want the biggest barricade to be in front of the ballista, by the way.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, so I'll say that Biggs is a part of. I'm just gonna throw those 3 NPCs together in the red. So it'll be Biggs, Francis, and Slug together with the ballista. Okay, so starting from the top. So Marianne, as you're building corrals and fires, did you roll a persuasion check to convey your? Oh yeah, that's pretty solid.
17.
Yeah, they're pretty clear on understanding that. You've got 10 of them, and then I'll say that.
I don't want the fires to be lit first. I want the zombies to be on top of them, and then we set the fire going.
Okay, here's this green line right here. This is your fire. This is your fire line that you're able to put together.
Love it.
Okay, so basically, like anything that comes across here is gonna walk across fire.
And then I'm gonna stand sort of in between the buildings, about 30 feet away.
Which buildings?
You know what? Is there a second story on the one on the right?
On 5? Yes, there's a roof there, and
Yeah.
actually, Hackspice and Dakin are fairly intimate with that roof.
It's the bar we tried to burn down.
Yeah, that's the saloon that almost caught on fire. If you're up
Don't
there.
want to be on the roof because I'm expecting the crows to come and like rain on us and be like the birds.
Right.
We should probably
I'm
tell
gonna-
the villagers about the crows.
I would have told them, I think.
Yeah.
Want to be on the second floor, maybe? In the window?
Okay.
Within 30 feet of the thing, and then I can shoot. I want a good view of the outside. One of the other spells I can cast today, I prepped it, is Guiding Bolt, and it's got a range of 120 feet. It does radiant damage, and I think that's going to fuck up a necromancer if he shows his face.
Nice. Okay. Okay, so you're just setting up in position here. You have this trap here. Where are your people? I guess they would be on the ground as well, hey? You know what? After they help you, I'm just going to say they go to Eowyn. So Eowyn's got 20 people with him.
I'm perfect with that.
Okay.
Plus 20 militia. Oh, shut up, Excel. Apostrophe plus 20 militia. Marianne alone. Dakin, you have 10. Hackspice, you've got 10. Blammerhoff, you have 10. Francis has nobody. So, like, where do you guys want to reconvene once the chaos happens? Like, is there anywhere that you want to set here, like a grid spot that you guys want to reconvene as a party if shit hits the fan? And then also, Hackspice, make a survival check. Blammerhoff, make a tools check using your alchemy tools.
16.
Okay. 16, that's pretty good. Yeah. Blammerhoff, make a tools check just using your alchemist tools. So I would say with that, as you're basically making Molotov cocktails. Because that's the
Is
one.
that sleight of hand?
Yeah, I'll say sleight of hand. Yeah.
And I say if shit hits the fan, we should maybe fall back as our final fallback position, the forge.
The blacksmith? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll agree.
Everybody's okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Between my building and the forge, there's an empty lot and a bonfire.
Okay, nice. So Blammerhoff, I'm gonna say you are able to successfully outfit each of them with a Molotov cocktail, essentially, or a couple of them, and then that kind of puts it tight for time for you to find any sort of ranged weapons for them to help outfit them with as well. So I would say make a survival check. But I'm just going to have it as a higher challenge. I won't give you disadvantage.
and I'm just going to cluster the center till we have a better idea which direction they're coming from. If we know they're coming from the south, I want to cluster around building 4. Whatever building that, whatever's in there.
Okay. Let's
I also have one more infusion. I'll do it on my crossbow.
Nice.
Can I make my arrows flammable?
Yeah, you can definitely do that. Yep. And then Dakin, you were looking for ranged weapons as well, or just trying to see what you could find for them?
Yeah, but no, I was setting up barricades.
Okay.
I mean, I could look for ranged weapons, but I gave my weapons all except my pickaxe away. So,
Okay.
Dakin's just kind of prepping his troop the best he can, and I mean, if somebody, it's okay if they have melee because I'm the ranged weapon.
Right. Okay. Do you want to keep 10 with you then, or do you want to give them to Eowyn?
I'll keep 5 with me and give 5 to Eowyn. I'll just instruct the 5 to help guard me.
Okay. Oh, that's Blammerhoff. Sorry. There we go. Eowyn, you've got 15. You've got 25 people. So
Excellent.
I give you extra pieces to put on the map, and I'm just going to change the color of this to something else.
Can we find another owl, perhaps, to go scout out and see if how many people or creatures are approaching the village?
My octopus can fly out 100 feet ahead of us, and I can still speak with it telepathically. I don't think I can use it. I could go into a trance, I think, and use it further, but I would have to.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, then I think you get a mile.
yeah. So I could go ahead and do that.
100
That's
feet
cool.
would be fine.
Okay, so I will have my octopus kind of fly out, and if it gets attacked by crows, we know they're on their way.
Okay. And then Dakin, I'm going to say that you're able to make this whole section here difficult terrain.
Awesome.
So it's difficult
Nice.
terrain, and then it's corralled, and you've got it set up here so that you can basically just ignite the match. Or if you want to like run across it, I don't know how you want to light that fire, but it's effectively lined up so that it could. And then Blammerhoff, where do you want your guys to be set up with their Molotov cocktails and then their javelins and whatnot?
I'll put them. Where Eowyn's melee militia going to be set up?
He's got 3 folks here, and I don't think he's fully decided. I know that he is right here with 10 in the
I'm gonna cram everybody in behind me, between 4 and 7 there, and just there.
On buildings 4 and 5, if there's enough cover, I'll just tell them to hang out. Be ready to go to the second story, but also be ready to duck from the crows.
Okay. They are both 2 stories, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give 5 of yours to Marianne as a result of that. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Like we're playing. I like the war game here. I really do.
Yeah. So that's what I was doing. Where do you want him to be with his? Where do you want the NPCs to be with their big fucking ballista?
Say right about there is pretty good.
Yeah.
Just right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Hackspice, where are you at with your goblins?
Well, if they're building 4 seems pretty crammed, so we'll go into building 5.
Okay.
and prep for diving out through windows on the south side and the east side there. So we'll sort of be in that corner, ready to bail out of there as soon as we've got something worth attacking.
Okay. Okay.
And we'll burst out of there like a swarm of angry goblinoids.
Okay, so you just okay. I understand.
Back door.
Back.
I will be kind of in the center. If there's a barricade or a large table, I can kind of squat behind, or areas I can squat behind.
Okay.
Ready to sling spells.
Okay. And now I'm going to add the complication, which is going to be a group of non-combatant civilians, just like people too old and too young, and there's going to be about 30 of them. So you want them in 3 groups of 10, and they are their token. Where do you want them in the town? And they're going to be baby blue. That works actually.
Can we hide them in the basement of the mayor's burnt and collapsed thing?
In the ruined remains.
I would speak up against that. That feels like a target. I think the blacksmith shop is probably the best place to hold them, since that's our evacuation plan anyways.
Okay, so where do you want them? At the blacksmith?
I would ask the group, but yeah.
What if they come around from the back?
That's what I was just wondering too. Should station some scouts on the north side of town, top of building 3 or something like that.
You guys do hear that there were some sights of ravens. Now that you mention it, just so you know, because Marianne did mention, just in case ravens were around, and she mentioned it to some of the workers, and they do, and then I think somebody else mentioned it as well, and that does in fact come up in casual conversation, that there's a lot of ravens around, or crows.
I think they need to be in cover, so I think probably the blacksmith shop would be a good place, but you're right about them maybe flanking us.
Why don't we move the Molotov boys up a bit and just tell them, if they come from a direction that isn't where the fire trench is, your job is to light them up while we have time to react.
Okay, so where do you want to set up with that then?
Kind of like on the inside of like 10A, and then same on the other side, 10B.
Okay. Okay, so I'll say that your guys leave Marianne then, and then I'll say that you got like 2 groups there then, here and here.
Yep.
Okay, and those will be your folks, just so you know. Marianne, you lose your people. Yeah, and then Dakin, you've got a small group. Dakin, where do you want to be on the map?
Middle, behind some cover, but middle.
Like around here?
Yeah, a barricade I would set up or something, maybe some sandbags, but I just want to be able to spot them coming and take them out as I need.
Mold Earth a little defensive ring.
Yeah.
There's your little defensive ring on both ends. There you go.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. All right. You guys want to get this started now, or do you want to leave it on this cliffhanger, and I'll tell you what comes to the town?
We'll probably have to leave it. It's already 9:45, isn't it?
I got a feeling this is going to be a whole session next time.
Paint us the picture of what we see.
Okay.
The first thing we
Yeah,
see.
that'd be good.
Yeah.
So the first thing you guys see like as you guys are toiling over this hour, you guys hear notes of like ravens or crows flying across the town, flying over top from a distance. And as you hear this, then Blammerhoff, you rearrange where your Molotov cocktail holders are. Just call them the drinkers, the drinkers with javelins.
Blasty boys.
The Blasty boys with javelins.
Yeah.
And Eowyn, you set up with like your full cohort of melee guys. They're basically just they're commoners, so like they're basically just like local folk. They're like miners. Some of them have like pickaxes, axes, spears, things like that. There's the odd sword or hammer in there, and then Hacksvice, as you roam around and you're putting together as many like throwing spears and javelins as you can. You find like a couple of short bows that some folks use for hunting and whatnot, so you're able to outfit your goblins with that. And they're actually really good at like finding stuff that they probably shouldn't be able to find. And then the hobgoblin that's with them, he has a longbow. He just happens to have a longbow because he's a professional. And so you guys are set up, and as you see on the horizon coming towards you, a cohort of probably close to 100 humanoids that are just marching onto the town. And as they get closer, you can see that a lot of them at the front lines, some of them, there's like some familiar faces of some of the locals from the town, but they are unalive. And this is clearly some of the deserters and some of the people that were taken while you guys were away. The population originally was around 100 people, so it is not just the townsfolk that are coming upon the town. Initially, they appear to be coming from the south, but then as you see these crows swarm into the undead horde, and then they pause, and then they split into 3 groups, and then they start to move in a semicircle toward the town, and they start moving in as if they're going to surround the town. So there's like a small group here, a small group here, and a small group there. At least that's what it appears that they're going to be coming from. And then as they do, you see a small mummified dragon fly as well. And then at the end of the horde, you can see what appears to be like a humanoid figure that is clearly not undead, as he is kind of like pointing and like directing these undead toward the town in different areas. And he or she, I guess should say, because you can't really tell from this distance, appears to be a tall humanoid with pale white skin and no hair and a red robe as this dragon lands beside it. And that's what you guys see as they start to come upon the town. And then as they get closer to the town, they start to these undead start to run. And
How far away is the necromancer?
I'll call it a session there, but I'll give you distances next session.
And I bet the sun
Okay,
is going
Marianne sees the necromancer and she's like, I'm gonna kill him before Dakin.
And I'm assuming the sun is just going down as we see this happen.
I love this, like...
It's like lunchtime at this point. So like I'm gonna say like at this point it's like I'm gonna say at this point it's like it's like high noon. It's like high noon, yeah.
High noon.
Oh right, as Marianne typed that, yeah. High noon. Yeah, it's basically it's high noon, yeah.
I like how Marianne has this one-sided like rivalry / hate towards Dakin, and Dakin's just like, yep, this is fine.
We killed the dragon last time.